Hello, and welcome to my channel, Naughty Gnome Crafts. My name is Sarah, and you can find me as Naughty Gnome on Instagram. Whether you are a new or returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me. I have such a fun video for you today. Talisha from the channel CreativiTeeByT contacted me about doing a collab with her. She is doing a fruity fashion collection series where she has purchased a bunch of different fabrics that have fruits on them and she's making them into garments. I had been watching one of her videos and she was talking about all the different fabrics that she had for this series, and I made a comment that I had had my eye on this lemon print fabric that I've been thinking about buying for a while, and she said that I should buy it and then we should do a collab, and I thought that was really fun. So I already showed the fabric in one of my fabric hauls, and I will link that up above in case you missed it. And Talisha and I have not seen each other's garments, so neither of us knows what the other is making. So after you finish this video, make sure you go over and check out her video and see what she's made. I know that I'm going to be doing that. So let's just get started. I've been sewing a lot of dresses in the month of July, and I originally had purchased my lemon fabric with an intention to make another dress, but by the time I actually got around to doing this collab sewing project, quite honestly, I was a little bit sick of making dresses. So I looked through my pattern stash to try to come up with other ideas of things that I could make with my lemon print fabric that wasn't a dress. And I came upon this pattern that I purchased earlier this year. This is Vogue 1610, and it's a Sandra Bitsina pattern for a robe style jacket. I've been wanting to make a jacket like this because I've never actually owned a garment like this, and I thought it would be a really nice summer layering piece. And I thought that the lemon print fabric that I bought would be a perfect match for that. So let me just show you my finished robe jacket, and then we can talk about the details. The fabric that I used is a Rifle Paper Company rayon, and as you can see, it has these beautiful medium scale lemons on it, and then there's also some little kind of peach tone flowers and some really beautiful greens in there as well. I really love this fabric. It is ever so slightly sheer. That was another reason why when I actually got the fabric, I decided I didn't really want to make a dress, because whatever dress I made, I would have needed to line it, but it's being slightly sheer for this jacket is actually kind of perfect. So I made this size A. Sandra Bitsina has her own measurement chart, and so I will insert a picture of that chart on the screen. Size A is the smallest size, and I also made View A, which is the shorter version, this one. Now this pattern has different options. You can do a short version or a long version, and there's also two different tie belts that you can make. I opted not to make the belts because I just knew that I would never wear the jacket belted. It also comes with pockets and a hanging loop, and I eliminated both of those features as well for reasons that I'll get into. So as far as pattern modifications went, I'm very short, I'm 4'9", and I did not want this robe to be too long. So I did shorten it significantly. I shortened the body by 4.5 inches and the sleeves by 3 inches. I also knew that I wanted the sleeves to be more like 3/4 length. I didn't want them to be at my wrist because they're so wide. I just figured they would get in the way and, like, you know, you dunk your sleeve in your soup and stuff, and I didn't really want that. So I did shorten the sleeves so that they would be more like a 3/4 length on me. Now the reason that I eliminated the pockets is that the pocket pattern piece is quite large, which is nice, but because I shortened the garment so much, the pocket would have actually stuck out below the hem of the jacket, which obviously you wouldn't want. And if I moved the pocket up, then it would be really high as far as like when you insert your hand in the pocket, it would just be in an awkward spot. So the option was either to eliminate the pockets or size them down, make them smaller. And I just decided that in this style of jacket, I'm probably never going to use the pockets, so I just left them off, and that turned out fine. I also left off the hanging loop because this is just going to be on a hanger in my closet. It's not something that I'm going to wear every day, so I didn't feel the need to put a hanging loop on it like you would if you were actually making a robe. So because this is an unlined jacket, the pattern calls for flat felled seams throughout. I did French seams instead, pretty much just because I'm lazy and I think French seams are a little bit easier. But I did go ahead and flat fell the neckband or the collar band or whatever you want to call it onto the jacket. So it's the only seam that I did go ahead and flat fell, so it's top stitched. Sorry, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. So this one's a flat felled seam, but the other seams are just French seams. And I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about this one. I did do some different styling options for the garments that I made, so I will insert some footage of me wearing this jacket. And I really like it. It's nice and flowy. It's a wonderful summertime layer. And I'm looking forward to wearing this. It's so cute. I just love the lemon print. And yeah, that was the first piece that I made. Now, since I had purchased enough fabric to make a dress and then I ended up making the jacket, I still had a significant amount of fabric left over and I wanted to utilize it to try to use as much of my fabric as I could. So I started thinking how fun it would be to do sort of an unconventional twin set. So to go along with my jacket, I made another Ogden Cami. So this is exactly the same pattern that I am wearing right now. I've made the Ogden Cami. This is my 5th version, but it's the first one that I've made since 2018, so it's been a while since I've used the pattern. I really love this pattern. It just reminded me of how simple and quick it is to make, and it's really beautiful on. It has wonderful drape, and I like the neckline, the V in the front and the back. And for this version, I've made the size 2, but it's so long ago since I did my pattern modifications that I don't remember exactly all the changes that I made. I do remember that I lengthened the body slightly so that I could tuck it in easier. And I do also remember that I did have to make some fit modifications because it did not fit me super well right out of the envelope. But unfortunately, I did those modifications, back in 2018, and I don't remember exactly what I did. But now that I have my modifications set, I can just very easily whip out the pattern and sew it up. So it's just a wonderful quick make. For the half lining, I used a solid white cotton voile because the fabric is ever so slightly sheer. If I did self fabric, you would be able to see the print through it, kind of like how the neckband is doubled up here, and you can see the print on the other side. And I did not want that for the cami, so I went ahead and used a solid white cotton so that it doesn't show through, and that worked perfectly well. This one I did not do French seams. I just went the lazy route and serged, and that worked out perfectly fine. I am not a stickler for finishing the insides of my garments. Like, serging is fine for me most of the time. If I'm in the right mood, I will do French seams or care more about finishing. Like for the jacket, because it is unlined, I think that it was nice to have the French seams. But for something like this, I don't care if it looks super pretty on the inside. So I have another outfit for this top, and I actually really love this outfit. I think it might be my favorite. I styled it with my black linen skirt, and yeah, I really like the way that looks. So I have another outfit to show you with the two garments paired together as a twin set. I decided to go full on boho with this look, so I have the jacket over the cami with some denim shorts and ankle boots, and I just think that that's super cute, although to be fair, I'm unlikely to really wear them together very much. I think I'd be way more likely to wear them separately. And then as one final bonus look, and I happened on almost as kind of an accident, when I finished the robe, like when you finish sewing something and you just want to try it on right away and see what it looks like. So I just threw it on over what I was wearing, which happened to be my pajamas. And I noticed that the robe actually looks really good over my navy pajamas. I did not make these. These were ones that I bought from Nordstrom last year. They're super comfortable. And I just really like the way that the robe looks over my pajamas. And so quite honestly, I will probably wear it this way. But yeah, that was what I did with my lemon fabric, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to go see what Talisha did with her lemon print, And this collab was just so much fun, and I'm just so happy that Talisha asked me to do a collab with her, and I will see you next time.